Hello everyone. Have you ever wondered if a graph is bipartite? Well, wonder no longer. Here I will explain to you the meaning of bipartiteness. Okay? So this first graph is not bipartite. This second graph is bipartite. So each node represented by the indexes of nested arrays has neighbors, and the adjacency list tells you what its neighbors are. And so this first node must belong to one group, and the second node must belong to a different group. So if I tell you that this is a node and it belongs to one group, then its neighbors must belong to the opposite group. So we need to be able to keep track of what group they are. So I'm going to label them true or false group. So bool equals new map. It's going to either belong to the true group, or the false group. And we're going to go through this graph. We're going to go one by one, looking at all these nested arrays. I is less than graph.length I plus plus. And if we have not added it, so if bool does not have that nested array, then we want to check it. So if it has not been checked, if we have not checked this adjacency list, or this list, then call DFS. And actually, we're going to do this inside of the if statement. So this is going to return false if it's not bipartite. And so for it not to be bipartite, it means that we tried to label the neighbors all of one group, and the neighbors are not all of the same group. So if we try to initiate the depth first search on that nested array and label all of them to be of one group, and our depth first search says that they are not, then we want to return false. So this is going to return true if they are. So we want to say if it is not true, then it is not bipartite, and we're going to return false. And if it is bipartite, then we can return true. So checks nested array to see if bipartite. Okay. So how do we check if they're bipartite? Function DFS. Node's going to take a Boolean value, true or false. First, we're going to return true. Return true if expected value. And we also need to set initial values. And after that, we need to check if unexpected values. And if all those pass, then finally we'll return true. Return true if it's expected value. If bool dot has that current node, that nested array, return bool dot get that nested array and see if it is equal to the group we assigned it, which happens here. We're going to set that nested array, that node, to be a Boolean value of b. So if we assign, let's see, we don't have, bool does not have nested array I, and we call depth first search on I, and we set these to be true. So bool.set this one to be true. Okay? And then check if unexpected values. So we're going to check the neighbors of the node. So for that node, all of the numbers within the nested array, we're going to check that they are the opposite. So DFS called on the neighbor we want to make sure that it is the opposite value, and if it is not the opposite value, then return false, because it should be the opposite value. Check if opposite value of the node's value. Neighbors have the opposite value of the node's value. And then finally return true if they do have the opposite value. And so the pattern holds, no conflict.